Hello, friends! I am so happy to be closing out our first ever Boardbox developer interview series with two fine gentlemen, Jeff and Karen from ATEM Car Club. How are you guys, and how are you feeling about letting everyone in the world see your beautiful new Martian speeder?
Thanks, Board. We're so passionate about creating amazing vehicles and digital experiences. Our team was literally shaking when we got a call from you about Boardbox, and the amazing thing about the metaverse is that we can use technology that hasn't reached Earth yet. We've been inspired by sci-fi and fantasy vehicles all our lives, and having the chance to build custom, limited edition race vehicle for Mars was the perfect opportunity to express all of these in a special, unique way. Our team wasn't able to think of anything else or focus on anything else while we were putting together the concept. We wanted to sort of express a high level of sophistication and luxury experienced by an advanced culture while also inspiring the motorsport blood running through within their vein. The result's pretty amazing, and although we've created so many vehicles for ATEM Car Club, this is one I must own. I'm definitely going to be collecting.
Yep, same here.
For sure. It's great. Everyone thinks about vehicles for getting to Mars, but not too many people are thinking about the vehicles that you will use to traverse Mars. So very excited to take a ride. The first time we saw the Mars speeders, our team lost our fluffing minds, as some of you would say on your end. The final concept, which is going to be claimable in the Genesis board box, features a vehicle which, as we said, can not only traverse the Martian landscape, but can also fly. I grew up playing lots of automotive tuning games like Gran Turismo and Midnight Club, if you guys are familiar with those. Are there any gaming influences that you all pulled from? And how are you pushing the boundaries by expanding on the idea of what is a car?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Karen will back this up. Is every member of our team is deeply passionate about gaming, and our experiences have transformed with time and technology. And for me, gaming was something done in an arcade, or you went to the video store and rented a console for the weekend on a special weekend or something like that. So you can imagine the excitement when you're opening something, a new game for the first time, and you're investing yourself into it. The platforms that we've used have become more advanced and more capable of photorealistic simulations. We love playing countless games like Need for Speed and Gran Turismo, and back to pixelated games, in the arcades, and Lotus Turbo Challenge, or the console games like Colin McRae Rally. They're all part of the life that we've lived in this digital car culture. Every new game, we've invested into the skill and the cars and progressing and becoming champion, and I think we've imagined owning the cars and how we would make them, customize them if we could, Actually, personally, me and my brothers bought a Lotus Esprit just out of nostalgia for that arcade game that we played as kids.
Yeah, I can attest to that Jeff's pretty passionate. There's quite a few cars around the country in Jeff's name.
Amazing, yeah. And I certainly hope that it encourages people to also go back to or learn about, for the first time, tuning culture and actually getting into real vehicles. Certainly it's getting harder where our traditional cars are turning into electric vehicles and are getting almost too complicated for people to mess with, but maybe they can be like you and get a vintage Lotus vehicle and play with that in their garage.
Yeah, and
or just play with the virtual version. We want to make the experience of being in the club and owning an asset inside of the game environment, being part of a club and being able to tune your vehicles and to participate at least virtually in that part of the culture. Maybe you don't get the deep throaty roar that you would, jumping into our Impala and opening up the pipes, but but you definitely kind of get to kind of play along in terms of those aspects of club life. And we do want to make the car club an in real life experience too. So maybe it's something you wanted to be a part of, or you could never afford a cool car, or whatever it happens to be. So that, you know, the in real life events and physical car club locations that we intend to build out will allow people to come along and experience that, even if you can't do it, they don't have space in the garage or whatever it happens to be. So they'll get to kind of come and see some of the cars and hang out and be part of that process as well.
And certainly cars for a long time have been a status symbol in the physical world, and they will continue to be one in the digital world. So one last piece of information that was very exciting for us today on Reveal Day is that every board box owner will not just be getting a badass vehicle to claim, but also an ATEM Car Club membership card. So could you share some more details on what that access will mean in the immediate future and beyond, in terms of what you're able to share at this point?
Cool. Well, we're big fans of gaming and car culture, and ATEM is a place where we can express that with like-minded people. Building of a club gives us the resources and the community to bring experiences and brands together and continue to add value. So part of those values will be events and sponsorships shared in person and virtually, venues and opportunities in motorsport and collections, acquisition of collectible cars owned by the club, a community space and club management focused on the community and bringing partnerships and opportunities to members.
Amazing.
Yeah, I think like the whole vibe is that we're kind of blending the real experience of being part of a car club, the digital extension of that, so that this real car club can exist in the metaverse, and then the totally virtual part of that experience, which is owning and tuning and racing cars within the ATEM Car Club burn down environment. And even to the extent now, being that this is the open metaverse, and that's something that we're kind of really strong on believing, making it so that just like any car club, we could challenge other car clubs to races or leagues or those kinds of things within the context of the burn down environment. So it's not just exclusively us that we're trying to kind of build some walled garden around. It's actually be a club as part of a metaverse of clubs. And we're having some of those conversations already about how we can integrate with other car collections out there in the metaverse and make this truly like a club experience, where you have those rivalries and people can kind of come together from different collections or different kind of communities and participate in the ATEM Car Club environment as well.
Yeah. So one big question I had is the ATEM Car Club is part of a larger ecosystem, and you're tapping into one specific car culture, which is car culture, and that's going to be a very focused area. But can you talk a little bit about how the car club might fit into the larger ecosystem of projects that you are currently building out?
Yeah, I think you can probably tell that I'm joining board in the metaverse here as an avatar, and we are part of the Fluff World ecosystem, and ATEM Car Club is an integral part that's integrated into a bunch of the different elements of our wider ecosystem. So obviously, building out meta worlds like we are, you're going to need to get around. And so having transportation is like an important thing. No one wants to walk everywhere. That's a bore. We want people to be able to drive and fly and portal through the meta worlds. And so having vehicles as part of that wider ecosystem was a natural evolution of how we were going to build this out. I think also one really, really interesting part is how the ATEM Car Club is integrated into the altered state machine. Altered state machine is a protocol for attaching artificial intelligence to NFTs. And so when you have your car in the burn down game, you'll be able to put an AI driver in it and have them train and learn how to drive in the game and compete against other altered state machine AIs in the game. So we think this is a really fun format for people to engage in a car racing environment where it's not you necessarily driving the car, but you have this AI agent that does it for you, and your job is to manage your team and set your car up right, just like you would be in a car club environment. Have a team of people that maybe do that, and then one person's driving, but in this case the AI is doing the driving. So we've got great integration with Altered State Machine inside of the Burn Down game, and we've got great collaboration within the meta worlds for Fluff World and its associated ecosystem of characters. We're also kind of broadening out our footprint there with collaborations that we're bringing into the Car Club as well. So we have a whole bunch of artists who are creating music and content to experience inside of the ATEM Car Club environment that integrates across the rest of the Fluff World and Altered State Machine ecosystem as well. I don't know if Jeffrey told you about our partnership with Timberland, but that's one of a number of really exciting music partnerships we have. So we want to really kind of extend the work that we've done in Fluff World with bringing music as a core element into the collection and extend that to the ATEM Car Club as well. I mean, what's a car game or road trip through the metaverse without great tunes? So all of those things come together to create a really great interaction across our ecosystem of content.
Yeah, no, I have vivid memories of soundtracks of video games featuring vehicles, so that's such a great point. And also, two big headlines I'm hearing from you is that no one walks in the metaverse, and also no one should have to drive their car in
exactly.
the metaverse.
Yeah, we live in the future, man.
Amazing. Well, and I certainly will be helping provide tips on racing on Mars. The gravity is 38% of Earth, and if you pull a turn a little too hard, your car's going tumbling. So luckily the speeder will help course correct. But we're really excited to see what you guys do, what everybody does with their brand new Mars speeders, and it's been a blast to collaborate with you guys on this, and we're so excited that you're part of the Genesis board box. So thank you team so much for your participation, and we will catch you in the Twitter spaces very soon.
Thanks, Boyd.